Did you know that by the time you turn 80, you might have lost up to half of your muscle mass? It's true, and it's part of a condition called sarcopenia, which affects more than 50 million older adults worldwide. Weak muscles aren't just an inconvenience. They're one of the leading reasons why over 300,000 seniors end up in the hospital every year after a fall. But here's the surprising part. Not everyone loses strength as they age. In fact, some folks in their 70s and even 80s still have the muscle tone, balance, and energy of someone decades younger. They're climbing mountains, playing tennis, and passing strength tests that people half their age struggle with. So, what's their secret? Well, according to research from the Mayo Clinic, a shocking 93% of seniors don't know the daily habits that can slow down or even reverse age-related muscle loss. And to make matters worse, many doctors don't talk about them, despite new science from Harvard Medical School showing just how powerful these strategies can be. Even more surprising, one of the biggest mistakes that speeds up muscle loss is something many of us do every single day, without even realizing it. Fixing this one simple habit could mean the difference between staying independent in your golden years or needing extra help just to get around. If that sounds important to you, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss health tips that really matter. And hey, drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. Now, let's jump into these life-changing habits, one at a time. Habit number 7, add a little good stress to stay strong. Now, here's something you might not expect. One of the best-kept secrets of strong, independent people in their 80s is something called hormetic stress. That's a fancy term for mild stressors that actually make your body stronger when used the right way. Think of it like this: just enough challenge to wake your system up, not too much to wear it down. According to researchers at the Buck Institute for Aging, short bursts of certain stresses, like temperature changes or brief muscle effort, can activate your body's natural defense systems. These signals help protect your muscles, slow down aging, and even improve energy levels at the cellular level. So what do these good stresses look like in real life? Here are 3 that superagers often use. 1. Hot and cold therapy. Ending your shower with 30 seconds of cold water may sound unpleasant, but it can actually kickstart a powerful response in your muscles. Saunas and hot baths also help by triggering special proteins that protect and repair muscle cells. In fact, one Finnish study found that people who used a sauna 4 to 7 times a week lost 40% less muscle over 10 years than those who didn't. Number 2, time-restricted eating. Another healthy stress? Limiting your eating to an 8 to 10 hour window each day. It's not about dieting or skipping meals, just giving your body time to rest between eating periods. Studies show this can improve your muscle quality and boost energy production inside your cells, without causing weight loss. Center 3, quick, powerful muscle work. You don't need a gym. Vibrant older adults often do overcoming isometrics, basically pushing or pulling against something that doesn't move, like a countertop or a wall, for 5 to 10 seconds at full effort. These short efforts keep muscle cells strong and active without putting stress on your joints. Now here's the key. These good stresses work because they're short and followed by recovery. You don't need to do them every day or push too hard. Just start slow, listen to your body, and build up gradually. Done right, these little challenges can activate what scientists call longevity genes, the ones that help you keep your strength and independence well into your later years. So remember, not all stress is bad. A little bit of the right kind can go a long way toward keeping you steady, energized, and strong. Habit number 6, spread out your protein to build muscle better. Let's talk about something simple that makes a big difference: when you eat your protein. Most older adults know they need more protein as they age, but here's the part many don't hear. Timing matters just as much as the amount. You see, as we get older, our bodies don't process protein quite as efficiently. This is something scientists call anabolic resistance. That means even if you eat a good amount of protein, your muscles might not be using it as well as they used to, especially if you eat most of it at dinner, like many people do. But here's the good news. Studies show that if you spread your protein across all your meals, your muscles can actually use it more effectively. In fact, a study from the University of Texas found that doing this helped participants gain over a pound of muscle in just 12 weeks, without changing anything else in their routine. So, what does this look like in real life? Try to aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That might sound like a lot, but it's totally doable. At breakfast, skip the toast and try eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. At lunch and dinner, go for lean meats, fish, tofu, beans, or lentils. And don't forget dairy, like cottage cheese or milk, which can easily add protein to any meal. It's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. Just by adjusting when you eat protein, you help your muscles stay stronger, recover faster, and resist age-related muscle loss. Think of it this way: giving your muscles regular doses of protein throughout the day is like giving them little reminders to stay firm and healthy. Habit number 5, get your vitamin D levels in check. Here's a surprising fact: over 80% of older adults are low on vitamin D, the very vitamin that helps keep your muscles strong. That's a big deal, because without enough of it, your strength, balance, and coordination can all start to slip. You've probably heard vitamin D is important for your bones, and that's true, but it also plays a powerful role in muscle health. Researchers at Harvard found that vitamin D actually activates certain genes that help build and maintain muscle. In other words, it helps turn on the muscle-making process in your body. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength than those who were low. They also had better reflexes, improved coordination, and fewer issues with balance, all of which are key to avoiding falls. So what counts as low? Anything below 20 nanograms per milliliter. Ideally, you want to aim for over 40 nanograms per milliliter. That's the sweet spot where muscle strength and balance really improve. Now here's the tricky part. As we age, our skin naturally gets less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. In fact, by age 65, your body might be making half as much as it did in your 20s. So even if you spend time outdoors, it may not be enough. To get your levels where they need to be, many experts recommend 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D daily for older adults. This can come from a supplement, from food like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk, or ideally a combination of both. If possible, aim for 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight a day, especially around midday. Quick note of caution: if you're taking higher doses of vitamin D, make sure you're also getting enough vitamin K2, found in fermented foods and some animal products. K2 helps direct calcium to your bones where it belongs and keeps it from building up in your arteries. So what's the takeaway? Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D levels with a simple blood test. Then give your muscles the support they need, not just for strength, but for staying steady and independent as you age. Because when your vitamin D is dialed in, your whole body feels the difference. Habit number 4, keep inflammation in check every single day. Want to know one thing that truly strong, vibrant seniors all seem to have in common? Surprisingly low levels of inflammation. More and more researchers are pointing to what they now call inflammaging, a chronic low-level inflammation that quietly chips away at muscle mass as we age. It may not cause obvious symptoms at first, but over time, it makes it harder for your body to maintain strong and healthy muscles. Here's how it works. This kind of inflammation breaks down muscle proteins faster than your body can rebuild them. It also blocks the signals that normally tell your muscles to grow stronger after exercise or a protein-rich meal. So even if you're eating well and staying active, high inflammation can cancel out your efforts. In fact, a major study from Tufts University found that seniors with the highest inflammation levels lost muscle 3 times faster than those with low levels, regardless of how much protein they ate or how often they exercised. So what do the strongest seniors, what some call superagers, do differently? First, they prioritize quality sleep. That means going to bed at the same time each night and keeping their bedroom as dark and quiet as possible. Why? Because poor sleep can raise inflammation markers by as much as 40%, and that's a direct path to muscle loss. Second, they take good care of their gut. Believe it or not, your gut health has a huge impact on inflammation. As we age, the balance of bacteria in our digestive tract can shift, triggering more inflammation throughout the body. Strong seniors fight back by eating 30 or more types of plant foods each week, along with plenty of fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi, all of which help restore a healthier gut and calm inflammation. It doesn't have to be complicated. A colorful plate filled with fruits, veggies, whole grains, and gut-friendly foods can go a long way in protecting your muscles and your health. Because the truth is, inflammation is sneaky, but with the right habits, you can keep it in check and keep your strength going strong. Habit number 3, support your muscles with key micronutrients. Let's start with a quick reality check. Staying strong as we age isn't just about how much protein you eat or how often you exercise. Your body also needs specific vitamins and minerals to actually use that protein and make the most of your efforts. Unfortunately, many older adults are missing some of the most important ones, and they don't even know it. Take magnesium, for example. Researchers from the University of Vermont call it the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health. And for good reason. Magnesium is involved in over 300 essential reactions in your body, especially when it comes to muscle movement and strength. Yet, more than 70% of seniors are deficient. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with healthy magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and moved better overall than those who were even just slightly low. Folks aging well often make sure to get their magnesium through food, like dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even a little dark chocolate. And if needed, from well-absorbed supplements like magnesium glycinate or threonate. Next up, creatine. You might think it's just for bodybuilders, but think again. Research from McMaster University showed that older adults who took 3 to 5 grams of creatine daily saw significant gains in muscle strength, mass, and even mental sharpness, especially when combined with regular strength training. Another important nutrient is vitamin B12, especially in its active form called methylcobalamin. As we age, our stomachs make less acid, which makes it harder to absorb B12 from food. Common medications like proton pump inhibitors and metformin can make this worse. And when B12 runs low, your muscles and nerves suffer. That's why active agers often supplement with the methylated form of B12, which is easier for the body to absorb and use. Finally, don't forget about trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium. These may be small, but they play big roles in building muscle and helping your body move nutrients into your muscle cells. A long-term study from Tufts University found that maintaining healthy levels of these minerals led to a 22% better chance of preserving muscle mass over 5 years. What's the best way to know if you're getting what your body needs? Micronutrient testing. A simple blood test can help identify any gaps so you can supplement more accurately and avoid wasting money on unnecessary multivitamins. When it comes to aging strong, it's not just about the big things like workouts and protein. It's also about the little things happening inside your cells where the right nutrients can make all the difference. Habit number 2, keep the brain-muscle connection strong. Here's something most folks don't realize. When you lose muscle as you age, it's not just your muscle fibers getting smaller. The real problem often lies in the connection between your muscles and your nervous system. Think of your muscles like appliances. They need to be plugged in to work, and the plug is your neuromuscular junction, the part that links your brain and spinal cord to your muscles. After age 60, these plugs tend to wear down faster than we'd like, and once that connection weakens, no amount of protein or exercise can fully restore muscle strength unless the signal from the brain gets through. But here's the good news. Superagers, those vibrant folks staying strong well into their 80s, tend to have healthier neuromuscular connections than their peers. And researchers at the University of Michigan have uncovered some simple daily habits that help keep that connection sharp. First, it starts with movement that requires coordination. Activities like Tai Chi, dancing, ping pong, or even doubles tennis Challenge your brain and muscles to work together in more complex ways than simple walking or lifting. A 2020 study found that older adults who practiced these kinds of activities twice a week had 31% better preservation of neuromuscular function than those who didn't. Second, thriving seniors support their neuromuscular health with key nutrients. Things like alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine have been shown to reduce nerve damage and support healthy communication between nerves and muscles. Certain forms of vitamin B1, like benfotiamine, and natural compounds such as huperzine A from Chinese club moss can also boost acetylcholine, the chemical your brain uses to activate muscles. Third, something as simple as breathing can make a big impact. Thriving seniors often practice gentle breathing techniques like box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, then hold again for 4. Just 5 minutes a day can help stimulate your vagus nerve, which plays a key role in sending strong signals from your brain to your muscles. That alone can improve muscle activation by up to 15%. And finally, perhaps most fascinating of all, there's a strong connection between mental exercise and muscle health. A study from Columbia University found that older adults who engaged in challenging cognitive activities, like puzzles, learning new skills, or strategy games, had significantly better muscle function over time. That's because your brain and muscles share many of the same pathways. So keeping your mind sharp actually keeps your body strong too. Bottom line, if you want to stay independent and active well into your 80s and beyond, don't just focus on building muscle. Focus on the brain-muscle connection. With the right movement, nutrition, and mental stimulation, you can keep those wires strong and your body running smoothly. Habit number 1, progressive resistance training, the ultimate anti-aging strategy. If there's one habit that truly separates strong, independent 80-year-olds from the rest, it's this one, resistance training that builds up over time. In fact, researchers at Tufts University have called it the most powerful anti-aging medicine ever discovered. But here's the catch, most seniors don't do it the right way. You've probably heard the phrase, use it or lose it, and that couldn't be more true when it comes to your muscles. But there's a key part many people miss. You can't just use your muscles, you have to challenge them. That's what helps them stay strong. Unfortunately, doing the same easy exercises week after week, like light walking or water aerobics, isn't enough after age 60. Your body adapts to what's easy. To maintain or build muscle, you need to gradually push a little more. That's what superagers do differently. They focus on intensity, not just time. A study from McMaster University found that just 2 weeks of higher effort resistance training, pushing your muscles to the point where you can't do one more repetition with good form, led to more muscle gain than 5 weeks of moderate training. That sweet spot is called muscle failure, and it triggers your body to rebuild stronger for up to 72 hours after. Strong seniors also use compound exercises that involve several muscles at once, like squats, rows, and modified push-ups. These movements not only build more strength, but also improve balance and stability. And they're great for joint health too, especially when adapted properly. Another smart move? They follow the principle of progressive overload, gradually increasing the difficulty over time. Whether it's a few more reps, slightly heavier weights, or a slower pace, the idea is to keep nudging your muscles forward. And speaking of slowing down, superagers also pay attention to the lowering phase of a movement, like slowly bringing a weight down. That controlled resistance puts less strain on the joints while giving your muscles a powerful signal to grow. Now here's the truly exciting part. It's never too late to start. A study from the University of Alabama showed that even older adults who started resistance training in their 70s or 80s gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle and improved their strength by 35% in just 12 weeks. They also saw better blood sugar control, stronger bones, and sharper thinking. So what's the biggest mistake most retirees make? They believe resistance training is too risky or too intense for them. But the real danger is in not doing it at all, because that leads to faster muscle loss, weaker bones, and a higher risk of falls. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: make progressive resistance training part of your weekly routine. Start slow, and if possible, work with a trainer to make sure your form is safe. Just 2 30-minute sessions per week can change the way you age. These are the 7 science-backed habits that help strong 80-year-olds stay strong. And now you know them too. Pick one to start today, ease into it, and build from there. The effort you invest now will pay off in independence, vitality, and a better quality of life for years to come. Now it's your turn to chime in. Are you already practicing any of these 7 powerful habits? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know someone in their golden years who still amazes you with their strength and independence? We'd love to hear your story. Drop a comment below and tell us about yourself. Your journey might just inspire someone else to take that first step toward better health. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or loved one, and hit that subscribe button for more uplifting, easy-to-follow health tips made just for you.